For today's Cyber CEO episode,
with all of those things that she does that is so helpful, at the end of the day, the biggest benefit to me is getting my time back, just getting more time, and it'll just kind of open up more things for you, personal life, business world. And again, she just does all those things at a very high level, helps me stay in good connection with clients, sphere of influence. It helps me out a lot. I appreciate all the time she's been able to save me.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. It's our awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗲𝗋. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Alex, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for asking.
Excellent.
And for coming back. I know you're very busy, so really appreciate you being on the show today. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk more about your Cyberbacker experience, of course, and virtual leverage. Now, first things first, have things changed ever since it's last time we talked to each other about, of course, your experience with Cyberbacker? How's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. So we just celebrated, I believe, like our 1-year anniversary of working together. And 𝗙ecie has gone above and beyond what I even expected. And it's been just such a great experience, helping me leverage more free time in my day-to-day business. And she's just been amazing, and I look forward to more years to come in the future. So it's been great. It's been great, and I'm glad that I took the leap of faith and getting a virtual assistant, and it was a great decision to go that way.
Awesome news just for us to hear that you're having a great experience still with your Cyberbacker, of course. Now, how about when it comes to tasks, though? Because we talked about it, I believe, last time, that her growth is not going to stop. She's going to continue wanting to do more for you in the business. Have you given her any new tasks ever since we last spoke?
Yeah, she's actually starting to help me out more with the paperwork, the contracts and stuff like that. So that's been a great help. And honestly, what's really impressed me the most about 𝗙ecie is just how proactive she is, and like just a problem solver. When I give her some tasks, sometimes I will even know that I haven't really reviewed it in detail on how to go about doing it, and it's almost become like a kind of fun game for me. It's like, I wonder if she can figure this out or not. And to my surprise, she does way better than I would have even anticipated. And I'm like, wow, that was great. Good job. She's very, you could say, resourceful to, go and talk to the right people, do some research, and then she'll send it back to me and be like, what do you think of this or that? Or how do what do I need to add or change? And usually it's just a few little minor tweaks. And so, yeah, she impresses me every time. So, I super appreciate that, being that resourceful and proactive on a lot of the tasks.
I think having someone who's very resourceful and someone who's proactive, I think that's having an asset to the business too, right? Someone who's like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. It helps me out a lot because, again, I'm learning in this role as well. Which there's still a lot for me to learn. And was even better at having certain systems. Some people are really good with systems already, dialing it in and, boom, boom, boom. I wish I could be a little more like that. But, with 𝗙ecie, it's like I don't have to be the best with the systems because she's helping me kind of put it together. And so she's, been just a tremendous help in that regards.
So basically, 𝗙ecie always has your back, then no matter what.
Oh yeah. And yeah, absolutely.
Now, I forgot the answer to this question previously. Was this your first time to work with someone virtual?
Yes, it was.
Now, about that then, virtual leverage. How has virtual leverage impacted you and your business then? Let's say personal and your business life.
I'm surprised at how much, can be done virtually, which has been great. The hardest thing I think for a lot of people is when hiring an assistant anywhere, whether it's virtual or in person, it's just learning how to give up some of the control and trust in the other person. And the reality is, like, there are many people out there that can do things better than yourself. And so when you find those right people that can help, elevate your business like that, you're super fortunate to be in that kind of position. And so, yeah, with the virtual assistant, I think how much she's actually able to do from having a distance and not necessarily being right next to me has been very convenient, and it's in all reality too also a lot more affordable, because it's not cheap to have an assistant with you, like in the office and stuff like that. So this helps me, being that I'm still trying to I have certain levels and goals that I want to get to in my own business, but for now, where I'm at, it really just kind of fits the needs that I'm looking for, and so over time continue to grow that, and who knows? I've heard other agents, they all have multiple virtual assistants, and then even in-house assistants too. Like, depending how big you want to grow your team, you can hire more and more people for specific tasks. So yeah, it's great.
I totally agree with you there. I think because in this kind of business, in real estate, I think one person isn't enough. That's what I think in this kind of business, because sometimes 24 hours in a day, sometimes that's not even enough just for the whole business. There are a lot of things that you miss, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now, you also mentioned earlier, it's already been a year that you've been working with 𝗙ecie. Of course, the growth is there. Let's talk more about a few of the things that she's helped you with. So let's talk about time. Has she helped you save time so you can focus on other things?
Absolutely, yes. One of the things that a huge time saver is from a creativity standpoint, like all of my marketing postcards, for example. So I send out monthly postcards. Just the time to have to design it, blah, 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 put it together. She already has it ready to go, and like clockwork, we send it out every month. With my social media posts, the time it takes to put all that together, little videos that she will create even on her own, that is offered up through different Canva and other websites and stuff like that. And then, she's really doing a great job of pushing me to do more videos of, recording stuff. And whenever I do that, this year starting to work on it more and more. And so that also takes editing and all that time consuming things. So I even tell her all the time when she finishes putting something together, I'm like, wow, great job. It looks like very professional, and she does an amazing work with that, and it kind of blows my mind every time. So a lot of those tasks save a lot of time for me to focus on other things, like dollar producing tasks in the business, lead generating, and then also more personal time to enjoy hobbies and whatever other things, hanging out with friends and family. So that gives me more of a work life balance, having her be able to help me with all those other things. And again, she gives me ideas of like, hey, what do you think about marketing or doing this thing or trying this thing out? And I'm like, I love it. Yeah, let's do it. So she, like I said, kind of being resourceful, she's learning from other people and other places, like different ways to help build the business. And she brings it to me, and Yeah, and she's like family basically at this point, where it's like I know that I can go to her with anything, and she can help. She's always willing to help in any way possible.
Like what you mentioned there, that she's like already like family. And also, one of the things that you mentioned earlier was she suggests a few things to you too, if ever there are anything that you need to help with. So she basically sends out suggestions, things like that. And I think that boils down to open communication between the both of you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's great. The two-way back and forth. We're both, I guess, we're both very open to, hearing ideas, sharing ideas. And I'm confident if I'm thinking of something, she'll be honest with me and tell me like, well, what about this or that? Maybe tweak it a little bit to make it even better. And I'll be like, oh, that's a great idea. So I always welcome any of her ideas and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So how did it get to this point to the level of this open communication between the both of you? Because we both know that in any kind of partnership, you have to work on it for the communication to work out, just like what you and Leslie have. So do you have any tips for other business owners that are listening right now on how to get to that level of communication that you and Leslie have?
I think it comes with time and reality, where it's time on task with. And every time little by little, you start to build the trust. She, performs at a great level with a certain task, and then you give her a different task, and then she also does another great job, and then another one, and then it's just that trust tends to build over time. Like even verbiage, writing things. Her and I feel like, gotten so familiar with each other that she almost knows my tonality. Like if I want her to maybe write a message to some clients on my behalf or post something, she will write it up, and it'll sound like how I would sound. And so yeah, just kind of over time, seeing her do certain tasks at a high level really just kind of won me over with all that trust stuff. And so communicating regularly, like we don't, at the beginning, we did a lot more Zoom videos, obviously. And then over time now it's kind of like a little less and less, maybe once a week and stuff like that. But when we're communicating throughout the day, the whole time, like via text or emails, we're always staying in touch throughout the shift and day and stuff like that. So while she's helping me out, but you just got to give it time and trust. And I just feel lucky that we've found each other in that regards, because I know you're not always going to connect with everybody, but I feel very lucky in that regards.
So basically, it all boils down to the trust that you build, and then everything else will follow.
Yeah. Trust and then communication.
Now, another question that I have here is, we've been talking about the things that she's helped you with. So she's helped you save time. She gets things done. She gives out suggestions. Now, out of all of those, though, out of all of the things that she has helped you with, what's the single most important benefit that you get from this virtual partnership with Leslie?
I mean, it kind of boils down to, like, with all of those things that she does, that is so helpful. At the end of the day, the biggest benefit to me is we talked about it already, getting my time back, just getting more time. And so, that's the biggest thing that I feel like having an assistant will do for you. And it'll just kind of open up more things for you, personal life, business world. And again, she just does all those things at a very high level that I mentioned, and helps me stay in good connection with clients, sphere of influence, and all those things, and things that maybe I'm not even familiar with. She learns how to work it. For example, our platform, we use Command with 𝗙𝗪𝗿𝗎𝗋, and she knows Command better than I know Command, because I was using we were using a different platform, and Command was a little more newer over the last few years, that I haven't even navigated everything about it, but I feel like Leslie knows all the ins and outs of it already. And so she can probably teach me more and more about it these days. So yeah, just again, I appreciate all the time she's been able to save me for other things.
Again, the time factor is very important because, again, time is a commodity that you can't really take back. Once it goes, once it's there, you can't take it back. So better yet, take advantage, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Now, one last question though. Can we safely say then that your partnership with Leslie has been a successful partnership? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, how did it get to that point? Because you still have to work on, again, we've been talking about it for the whole interview, right? Working on the partnership. Aside from giving her time, engaging with your Cyberbacker, what else can you do to make this partnership a successful one?
Well, I think it's sort of like setting each other up for success, and, you know, making sure that the setting expectations and goals in mind, making sure you guys are both on the same page. Like, you know, what sort of my goals are with the business, and making sure like she can be in line with that as well. Similar values, and, you know, personality styles, I think, play a big role too, which is why the interview process that you guys go through to help find the right Cyberbacker is so imperative, so important, so that you know that you find somebody that connects with you, that you can feel comfortable with. That's sort of what it comes down to, just making sure it's that right connection, which all begins from the very start.
Yeah.
And it just flourishes from there, I would say.
So basically setting up each other for success, and again, finding that perfect match, especially in the business, right?
Yes, exactly.
Now, we're very excited that your first year with Cyberbacker, excited to see where it goes, of course, for many more years to come. And again, Alex, thank you very much for dropping by, for coming back. I mean, I hope this is the last time that we get you on the show.
All right, right on. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Pleasure chatting with you guys.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.